Hi Design Pros, welcome to the Lunch and Learn Business Growth Series. I'm Elsa Johnson, your host and founder of Elsa Johnson Coaching, where I guide my clients to lead with intention and thrive by design. This series is designed for you, interior designers and window coverings business owners who are ready to level up, attract more clients, and grow with confidence. Each month, I bring in industry experts to share game-changing strategies that you can apply right away. No fluff, no sales pitches, just real value to help you thrive. So grab your notes, get inspired, and don't forget, subscribe to the channel for more expert insights and updates. You'll find all the event details and contact information for myself and the industry experts in the notes below. Ready to grow? Let's dive in.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for the opportunity. I appreciate it. As Elsa said, my name is Will Hanke. My business is Window Treatment Marketing Pros. I've been doing digital marketing for 28 years now, and niched down to only working with window treatment and awning companies in 2017. So seen a lot of stuff over the years, and I wanted to kind of really talk about today what things did designers and interior professionals do last year in 2024 that really helped them thrive. We came up with a couple different points that I want to kind of talk about today. The big ones are local search, smart ads, and then some ROI driven strategies. So we a lot of times we get so busy working in our business that we forget to work on our business, right? And I want to make sure that we're covering some things that will help you when you work on your business that will move the needle forward, meaning more revenue, more leads, whatever it is that you're looking to get more of. Last year was challenging. We came out of COVID and thought everything was, kind of slowing down and getting back to some sort of normalcy, but 2024 was just all over the place. So the other thing that's going on is there's a lot more people starting businesses, which obviously means more competition. That also means less leads for everybody, or maybe the same amount of leads, but less individual leads, meaning kind of got to tighten your budget a little bit in some areas. And shoppers are always getting smarter. With the internet, they can do a lot of research before deciding to engage with a particular company. So the leads get a little harder to convert. Looking at traditional marketing doesn't always work anymore. We have TVs in our home, but we don't have like local cable. We just subscribe to a couple different platforms and that's it, right? So there's really no ads coming our way from that standpoint. So a lot of the older traditional marketing efforts don't work as well because people aren't there. So I want to talk about three main strategies for success. As I mentioned, really the first one is local search optimization to attract those ready to buy customers. Local search optimization means optimizing your Google business profile, claiming your Google business profile. Google.com/business is where you would go to do that. Claim that profile. And then make sure that you've got everything filled out on there. Make sure you've got your hours on there, what products or services that you offer, obviously your phone number, a link to schedule an appointment. These are all things you can do on that system to really start to get in front of customers. For our clients, we have over 50 window treatment clients around the US. 60 to 70% of their leads come from their Google business profile. More than come from their website, from their Facebook, from all these other platforms combined. Google business profile is the number one place that you have to have optimized if you want to really start getting some leads. Now, on top of that, there's three things that you can do to affect the Google business profile in your favor. One is an optimized website. So search engine optimized website, meaning you're telling Google about yourself, where you're at, what products you offer. All of these are different pages on your site that really increase the overall value of your website. And when people come to do that research, they can find the answers they're looking for. The second thing that influences your Google business profile is the number of reviews that you have. So very important that when you're done with an install, that you ask the customer for a review, and that maybe you pester them a little bit for that review, because it is that important. It will drive more leads your way. The third thing is proximity to the center of wherever you're trying to rank. So if you're trying to rank your business in Cincinnati and you live 30 miles outside of Cincinnati and that's the address for your business, you're going to have a hard time getting Google to show you when you're 30 miles away from where people are searching. So having a proximity to the center of that town is also important to get into that Google 3-pack, or the Google business profile, we call it. Those are the big pieces to really move the needle there. And of all the things I'm going to talk about today, that is the number one thing that you really should focus on. Now, when it comes to while you're working on that, right, that's not something that you optimize and fix and suddenly Google shoots you to the top. That doesn't happen. It's a slow process. So while you're doing that, something else you can do to kind of shoot your way to the top, and that's ads. Pay-per-click, Google ads, they call it a lot of different things, but having ads that are very geo-targeted. So you're showing ads only in certain parts of town. Obviously, the more affluent areas, the areas where there's a lot of new construction. These are great ways to very targetedly, if that's a word, run your ads. Specific in those areas so that when you get those kinds of leads from those places, they're usually high dollar. They're bigger overall, more windows, more products to sell them, that kind of stuff. So definitely consider geo-targeting, it being very specific about that. The other side of that is retargeting. So retargeting is when you visit a website and then all of a sudden that brand starts following you around everywhere, on Facebook and on all these other platforms, right? You start seeing all their ads. That is called retargeting or remarketing. Sometimes they call it that. But it is a very cost-effective way to get in front of people that have already raised their hand in some capacity. Mostly they clicked on an ad or they came to your website through Google. Getting those people that are kind of undecided, or maybe they're somewhere between research and purchase mode, staying in front of them and staying top of mind can really help. Retargeting is very cheap. You have a hard time spending a couple $100 a month on it, probably. And the nice thing about it is, like I said, there are people that have already been exposed to your brand. So they feel more comfortable getting those ads. It's not like you're creeping up on them, right? You're a little bit warmer when it comes to that. So retargeting is huge. It really does help get back in front of those people that maybe weren't ready to purchase at that moment. And running those types of campaigns are not going to cost you a lot of money. The third thing is seasonal promotions. That's the big last component of a paid ad campaign. So as we know, Hunter Douglas does 3 or 4 a year, right? And they always seem to be the same ones, but they're always kind of theme or seasonally related to whatever's happening. Very important to do those kinds of things. It also keeps your website fresh, right? If somebody came to your website right now and there was a summer sale, probably not great because it's the middle of winter. But if you had a Mardi Gras sale or something, since it's February, that would resonate with people, right? So having these seasonal promotions, especially during peak buying times, that is a great way to keep your website fresh, resonate with the visitors, and of course, putting these out on your social media platforms and all the other places that you broadcast your brand out. Make sure that all of those match as well. So ads is a big piece of that. It's going to help fuel the fire while you're waiting for the local search stuff to kick in. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen fast. So you're kind of stuck having to spend some money in order to get the leads to keep that ball rolling. Now, the third thing that we noticed when it came to people that had success last year, the third thing is a good email and CRM follow-up system. So I mentioned retargeting. That's a great way to follow up with somebody who has raised their hand in some sort of way. They came to your website. But there are other ways to do this. Maybe somebody filled out a set appointment form on your site, but was a no-show. Or maybe you even quoted them and then they kind of abandoned it, right? Having some sort of a CRM system where you can log in and you can see all of your customers, where they are in the customer journey, having the ability to have a list of people that you need to follow up with, having some sort of long-term nurture can always help. Oh, we got some echo here. There we go. So having that built in and having some way to continually communicate with prospects can really help you increase the number of appointments that you get. Another piece of this is something we call social proof. Social proof is kind of an effect where if you go to if you do a search for window treatments near me, let's say, right? And there's 3 businesses that are listed there. One has 60 5-star reviews, one has 5 4-star reviews, and one has 2 4-star reviews or 2 5-star reviews. Social proof says most people are going to click on and engage with the first business because it seems like everybody else really loves these guys, so they must be the right choice. So make sure that you are doing the things to push your social proof forward. Reviews is one I've mentioned already. Another great one is before and after photos on your website. Hunter Douglas, I know I referenced them before. They do some just beautiful pictures that they give to all of their dealers. The problem with those pictures is they're on thousands of websites around the internet. So Google gives them no credence, no authority, nothing. When you put up before and after pictures that you took, even if they're not the most beautiful pictures in the world, you know, they're taken from an iPhone or something, we can still get pretty good pictures, right? Customers love to see real work that is being done by a business. Here's the before, here's the after, here's what we did. Those are fantastic. Obviously, if you can match that with a client story, meaning here was the window, here was the problem, they were working second shift and they needed blackouts so that they could sleep during the day, you know, something like that. Having those client stories to go along with those pictures can really help increase your revenue at the end of the day and boost your credibility. The last piece of this is pretty obvious, and I think most of you probably already know this, but make sure that you're upselling to motorization and layered treatments and those sorts of things, right? Those are great ways to really increase your overall revenue with not a lot of effort. So these are the 3 things that I wanted to cover today. Hopefully I did it in the time frame I was supposed to. And love to hear any questions that you guys have today about any of the stuff that I covered. And I'll throw it back to Elsa.
Thank you, Will.